So it's 2024, and I'm guessing that this is the year that we start hearing details about the next Ghost Recon game from Ubisoft. If you guys don't know, the next Ghost Recon is rumored to be called Project Over, and according to industry insider Tom Henderson, he believes that it's forecasted for a 2025 release date. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge Ghost Recon fan dating back to the initial games on the PC. I enjoyed the franchise all the way through to Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Once we started opening up the map and making the game exactly like every other Ubisoft carbon copy open world formula, you fucking lost me. That being said, I'm always looking forward to new games for franchises that I grew up playing, even if it hurts me every single time, and Ghost Recon is no different, and I figure now's the time to give a bit of feedback for the franchise. This video is 5 things that I want to see in the next Ghost Recon title. I donned the only boonie hat I have in my house, so if you guys end up liking the video, leave a like down below, subscribe for more videos, and let me know if you agree with this list down in the comments. And if you don't get your ghillie suits all tied up in a bunch. Let me know down below what you think. My name is Big Fry. Let's get into it. Starting at number 5, stop making me dive into the fucking ground every 15 seconds because a helicopter is overhead. This mechanic is so goddamn useless and boring and slows things down to an absolute crawl for no reason outside of pissing me off. Let's Blue's Clues this gameplay and count with me every time I need to dive and munch grass, prone camo up because a janky helicopter is flying overhead. Just stop. Take this mechanic out of the game, or at the very least, lower it so it's not happening 15 times a mission. Number 4, either make this game large open environments and axe the open world setting, or actually take the time to make your open world worth exploring. I don't know about you guys, but when I play Ghost Recon Breakpoint, my main actions are go to my bivouac, spawn a helicopter, fly to a mission, complete it, grab a helicopter if there is one around, or go back to where I left mine, fly to the next mission, complete it, rinse and repeat. The reason for this is because Ghost Recon Breakpoint's world is so lifeless, empty, and boring. The only reason you look around it outside of missions is to go grab gear and unlocks. There's no points of interest with story elements, no NPCs you can interact with in any meaningful way. There's no reason for this game to be open world. Ubisoft wants to so desperately take Ghost Recon in an open world RPG format a la The Division, and in some cases I would even compare it to Far Cry, like you can shoot deer and pick plants. This is a Ghost Recon title. Fuck off. And in doing so, this franchise has completely lost its identity. Imagine, if you will, a large open environment. Call it 1 kilometer by like 1 kilometer. It has a densely populated area with multiple buildings, bunkers, hilltops on the outskirts with watchtowers, and a ton of enemy NPCs, civilian NPCs, and intel. And inside this area is your mission. Say it's a VIP escort mission. You gotta rescue the president's daughter or whatever. You have a large, open, detailed, and curated environment with a shit ton of stuff going on, and you and your co-op squad can tackle it from 100 different ways. You have 5 to 6 infill points that you can choose from, plan your missions on a drawing board. You can have your snipers on your team have certain infills to get to hilltops faster to provide cover to the guys on the ground as you move in. This gets rid of the bloat of an open world game and allows your level artists and designers to really dive into making great mission structure instead of what we have now with Breakpoint. Number 3, get rid of character creator and give us a squad of ghosts that we actually care about. Take a look at Bad Company. Look at the first 3 Gears of War games. These games told us stories about a cast of characters that we actually gave a shit about. You can keep all of the gear customization, all of the camos, the gear, the loadouts, all of that, but get rid of these default ass characters with voice A, B, or C that provide no entertainment value in connection to the player outside of grunts and who gives a fuck? I'm so tired of playing some default creator wrestler ass bald-headed in a ghillie suit that is more unlikable than a modern Saints Row character. All right, I'll fall back. That was a step too far. But this does lead me right into number 2. Ubisoft Paris needs to hire some writers who actually write good stories. There hasn't been a decent storyline in a Ghost Recon game in over a decade. Get back to government espionage and add twists and turns that the players don't see coming. This ties directly back into number 3. When you have a cast of characters that you grow attached to, these story beats become so much more important. The entire premise of the Tom Clancy catalog is built upon books written by an author who knew what the f he was talking about and knew how to tell a story. How do you f that up? Number 1 for me, and these are in no particular order by the way, but number 1, give me a PvP Ghost War experience that isn't just tacked on deathmatch and actually has effort and thought put into it, or just cancel it all together if you're just gonna feed us slop every iteration. Give me unique game modes that build upon that one life experience that all of these other games have, like Search and Destroy. Give me multi-stage objective modes where you have one team attacking, one team defending, and as the players complete objectives like gathering intel, securing UAV towers, it gives them things like mini-maps, or you have to go destroy weapons caches which stop enemies from spawning with full ammo. Whatever. Just put some actual thought into making a PvP mode actually reflect the identity of Ghost Recon. That same identity that I feel has been lost for the last 2 iterations. Give me a reason to stay on the PvP for longer than 5 days, and you might have a mode that doesn't die the first week into a launch. You could boil this video down by saying just make a game with effort that you actually have passion for, and not just trying to fit it within that Ubisoft carbon copy formula hole that you try to shove all of your games into. Ghost Recon isn't Far Cry. Ghost Recon isn't The Division. It is a tactical shooter that focuses on world events and conflicts that you have to send the ghosts into tactical situations and come out the victor. Now, with the cancellation of Ghost Recon Frontlines, which if I have to give Ubisoft credit, I'm gonna give them credit there. Thank that Ghost Recon Frontlines didn't release and die just like every other BR that they have attempted to do. I'm hoping that with the cancellation of Frontlines, that Ubisoft is taking a realistic and honest approach to what this franchise is and trying to give the fans what they want. And I know that's tough in the game dev industry because you have so many different voices. This is my channel, and this is what I would like to see out of a Ghost Recon title. If you're going to do the formulaic carbon copy paste bullshit that you have been doing for years with all of your titles, at least try to put some real effort into making the world feel alive and giving us something to do outside of either running through grass for 1,500 meters to get to the next mission or taking a helicopter to just bypass it altogether. The formula doesn't work for Ghost Recon. Hell, it barely works for all of your other titles. And there are some good things that you guys did with Breakpoint, the Motherland DLC, the capturing of territories. That mission structure was really, really good. The story was trash. The characters were so unlikable that nobody actually gives a shit about your story at that point. The open world nature of the games are garbage. And that's not to say that they can't be good, it just feels like you guys can't possibly make them good as developers, so why keep trying to make it work when it just doesn't? And I'll be if I see any more gear score RPG leveling up mechanics in a Ghost Recon title. Tell a good story about espionage and world conflicts and the shit that goes on behind the scenes that Tom Clancy books initially were written about, and give us a great tactical shooter in the process. You guys are damn near there, but the things that you fall off on are some of the most crucial elements to getting a Ghost Recon title right. So I'm hoping on the next one they get that shit right, because I would love a really good, solid Ghost Recon title, and I know a lot of you guys would too. Again, these are my opinions. If you guys have any additions or objections or whatever, let me know down below. I hope that we see something about Ghost Recon like from official channels in 2024, and if it is a 2025 release date, great. Let's jump on the train early and let's see how this game shapes up. My name is BigFry. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos just like this. Whatever the fuck that was. And I'll see you on the next one.